Welcome to another edition of Walton Entertainment. Today we'll have more news, information, and entertainment from your local hometown.
Good morning. Thank you for watching. I'm Dina Huff, the Executive Director for the Partnership for Families, Children, and Youth. And this is April. And I would just like to bring to your attention that April is Child Abuse Prevention Month, and you may see the blue pinwheels around the county. Those are placed to bring awareness, and that actually those are placed by different organizations that serve families and children in Walton County. And if you suspect that a child is abused or neglected, then you have resources available to you. We have trainings. We partner with different folks to offer trainings, mandated reporter trainings. Just to name a few, we have through a Child's Voice Advocacy Center, we have Stewards of Children, we have mandated reporting, and we have Connections Matter. They can set up those trainings at your church, at your organization. They're responsible for putting the pinwheels out. They partner with different organizations to place those in the area in Walton County. So we have Walton County DFACs. But if you're wondering, what are the signs, what I need to look for, you can attend one of these trainings. I would advise the Stewards of Children training, and you will gather a lot of information from that training, what to look for, when to report, and you would be surprised who is actually a mandated reporter. Anybody who works with families and children on a regular basis, the list is just so long. It's actually too long for me to go into today, but there are resources here in Walton County, and when you see the blue pinwheels, just know that that's bringing awareness about child abuse and neglect. I think that when you see that, you need to think of prevention and happy and healthy children, and not just those children who are abused and neglected, because we need to bring awareness to this. And the only way to stop it is to get trained to recognize the signs, and that's what all of these resources are for. And if you're interested in having a group trained, please feel free to contact us here at the partnership, and we can set up a training with a Child's Voice and make that happen for your organization, your church, your business. So if you have any questions, concerns, information that you would like to share, we have collaborative meetings around the county. Those are always the third Tuesday of the month. Our next collaborative meeting is in Social Circle on the third Tuesday of April. So I do invite you to attend that meeting. That is at the Church of the Grove in Social Circle. And we also offer those by Zoom. So if you're just watching this for the first time and you're interested in joining those meetings, they're open to the public. We would like to have you visit, attend those meetings, and share your information. So if you have any questions for us, always feel free to call me on my direct line at my office, 770-207-3175. Thank you for watching. And some other contact information that you may want to jot down. A Child's Voice Advocacy Center, the contact person for those trainings is Lauren Gregory, and their office number is 770-464-0082. And a great website for you to look at is www.pcageorgiahelpline.org. And for Walton County, any of your law enforcement, if you believe that a child's in immediate danger, you can contact any of your law enforcement agencies in Walton County. And remember, your identity is protected. Everything's confidential. So, mandated reporter training, any of this, just, reach out to some of your resources and go online, Google some of this information, and you would be surprised at how educated you can become on some of these resources. So, again, reach out to these resources if you need. Thank you.
Good morning. We are so excited to be here this morning, and my name is Peggy Jones, and I'm a Master Gardener, and I'm here with Debbie Davis-Haynes. And what we're going to talk to you today is about the Master Gardener program and our upcoming plant sale. The Walton County Master Gardener started in 2008, and we have 37 active and committed volunteers. We recently launched our website, so make sure you like us and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We're at waltonmastergardeners.com. The Georgia Master Gardener Extension Volunteer Program, it's a big mouthful, is a volunteer training program offered through the county offices of UGA Extension to provide research-based horticultural information to the community. A lot of stuff in there. So that's what our goal is. I just became a Master Gardener this past fall. I went through a 13-week training session. We met twice a week, and extension specialists from all over the state of Georgia came, and they talked about plant propagation and soil and annuals and vegetable gardens and trees. It was fascinating. And then at the end of that, we took a test, and we had to score 70%. I passed. And then now, before I become a full-fledged Master Gardener, this year I have to spend 50 hours in the community volunteering and doing things in the community in our gardens and stuff. Not a lot of volunteer hours, and a lot of fun because I've met some great people. So what are ways that we volunteer as Master Gardener? Well, we do the help desk here at the Extension office on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 1 to 4. At the farmers market, we are at the Ask a Master Gardener booth, so be sure to stop by and say hello to us if you see us there on Saturdays at the farmers market. We also do garden talks. We've done 3, and we have 2 more upcoming this spring, and I'm going to read them because I want to make sure I get the right information. We're doing Insect Friends and Foes, given by Megan Paskin, and that will be at the Loganville Library on Monday, April 18th at 2 p.m. Social Circle Library on Tuesday, April 19th at 4 p.m. And then the Felker Recreation Center in Monroe at 2 p.m. on the 20th. So be sure to come by and see that. And then we have a talk on native plants by Janet Bones. And that will be Monday, April 25th at 2 p.m. at Loganville Library, April 26th at Social Circle at 4 p.m., and the Felker Recreation Center Wednesday, April 27th at 2 p.m. So be sure to stop by and see those talks. Also, ways that we volunteer is we cultivate, maintain, and educate the community at 5 local gardens that we have. We have the Social Circle Blueberry Orchard in Social Circle. That's a great blueberry orchard where we actually do different test trials on pruning at different heights to see the yield. And it's also fun in the summer because you can come and pick the blueberries. I think it's $3 a pint or something like that. Also in Social Circle is the Pollinator Garden, which is at Friendship Park, which is across the street from the service, the Ace Hardware at Social Circle. Then in Monroe, we have 3 gardens that we help to maintain. The Senior Vegetable Garden at the Senior Center, as well as the Connect to Protect Garden at the Walton Wellness, which is by the jail, and then Gypsy's Garden at McDaniel Titchener House. So a lot of ways to dig in the dirt and have fun with our fellow gardeners. There will be 2 other gardens that we will be maintaining when the extension service moves to Criswell Road. We will be doing demonstration gardens and trial gardens there, which will be kind of exciting down the road. And then Monroe, when they do the town center, hopefully we will do some sort of garden there. So hopefully I've gotten you very, very excited and you want to be a master gardener. We are taking applications through June 1st, so be sure to sign up. You can go to our website and you can sign up there. There's an application. And now I'm going to turn you over to Debbie, who is going to tell you about our upcoming plant sale on Saturday, April 16th at the courthouse. Take it away, Debbie.
Thanks, Peggy. Yes, we're going to be having our plant sale April 16th from 10 to 2 at the courthouse. So we'd like to see everybody there. We're going to, all our plants that we sell at the plant sale have been started from seed or propagated by division. They come from our garden to your garden. This gives us a chance to share our love of plants, to educate the community on correct planting methods, and to encourage you to save your seeds for next year. So we got a lot going on. We're going to be featuring vegetables. We've got peppers, tomatoes, we've got flowers, we've got ground covers, we've got hypertufas, we've got 3 different types of stepping stones. So we've got a lot. There'll be something for everybody, and we'd love to see you out there. This year we also partnered up with our Soil 3 organic compost. This is great for your garden. This will be available at the plant sale, $10 bags, or you can order a big giant bag. Again, we're very excited about our plant sale. We have a lot of different plants. We have hundreds of plants, but we may have a limited supply of the variety because we do not mass produce these plants. These come from our garden to yours. So come on out Saturday, April 16th, 10 to 2 at the courthouse for a good time. Hope to see you there.
Hi, this is Jody Johnson. I'm here with another recreation report. It's spring break right now for most of Walton County, the back end of it, and which means we don't have a whole lot of activity going on, with everybody going on some trip, visiting family or whatnot. And but this is the time we take advantage of not having those programs at night except for practices, and start working on all the other sports that we've got coming up in the summer and in the fall. Which is usually our busiest time. And in Walton County, to me, it's some of the best weather we have. It's usually a lot drier and warmer during our activity times, usually between 6 and 9 o'clock at night. But I do want to talk about some of the things that we have going on currently, which is our annual fishing derby that will be up at Meridian Park. Will be Saturday, May 14th. A lot of people like going to that. It's a good time for anyone that likes to take their young child out and fish. And we've stocked that pond again up there at Meridian, and usually a lot of some catfish are caught that day from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. Meridian Park. That's 105 Generation Boulevard in Loganville, right there on the corner of Twin Lakes Road and Highway 81. So hopefully we'll see you out there. Normally there's 300 or 400 people that come out and fish. You don't necessarily have to be there right at 6 a.m. That may be early for a lot of folks, but you can get there when you can. There's a casting contest and some prizes for the biggest fish and the casting contest. So hopefully we'll see you out at the Fishing Derby. We hope to expand that next year out at our South Walton Park, which we're completely renovating the pond there, and DNR's agreed to come in and restock that pond. We're putting in a new siphon system so we can regulate the water. We've cleared off a lot of the trees that were growing on the dam that for safety reasons and the safety of the dam, and we've put in a walking track around the pond. So next year we'll have a Fishing Derby in 2 locations like we've had in the past. So looking forward to those who like that form of recreation. Again, our Ayers Park has really grown. We've got our pickleball courts there now. There's 4 pickleball courts that are out there. They're very well used. Hopefully when you get out there, the pickleball folks are really good about sharing space and alternating and making new friends. So if you get out there and the courts are full, just go out and sit down, and I promise you those folks will rotate you in. If you come with the 4 people that you want to play with, hopefully you can get onto a court. Again, I know they're pretty well used on those days that the wind's not blowing and you want to get out there and play on the weekends. But just give it a try. We don't. Right now we only have the 4 courts, so we'll see how we need to expand on that throughout the county. I know pickleball is a very fun sport to play, and you ought to try it with your family. It's a lot of fun. You can look up the rules online, and they're very simple to play. But if you do go out there, I'm sure someone out there will teach you all the pros and cons of how to keep score and all the small rules of pickleball. That's one of the things that you'll find that anyone that is passionate about pickleball, which is tends to be a lot of the seniors that have the time to go out during the day and in the evenings to play, but they're all just as passionate about teaching pickleball. So go out and give it a try. I promise you'll get hooked, as I have the last few times that I've gone out and been taught by those folks that have a little more knowledge of the rules and and how to play pickleball. With that said, we do have our sports registrations coming up. We normally have a sports registration that's just a summer sports registration. This year we do have our summer basketball and our summer volleyball sports registration going on April 18th through April 23rd. The cost of that's $85 for both of those sports. We also are adding our football and cheerleading registration, which will start on April 18th as well, and it will go through all the way through the end of May. Around May 21st, we'll end the registration for football and cheerleading. Our fall baseball, which is our fall registration, will include the football and cheerleading, but we'll also have fall baseball, fall softball, fall soccer, flag football, and cross country. All will be in there, and that's May 16th through the 21st. Our football and cheerleading registration is a little different this year because we are changing up the way that, or the league that we were participating in. In the past, we've taken our teams, we've divided them in double age groups, which is the 6 and unders, 8 and unders, 10s, and 12s. This year, we're going by single age groups, and you will have to participate. And I say you have to because we used to allow you to go to the park that you wanted to. The league that we've joined is more associated with the high schools. Becomes more of a feeder type program for the schools. So if you are in a elementary school that goes to a middle school that eventually feeds into a high school like Loganville, Walnut Grove, Monroe area, or Social Circle, those are the 4 schools that you will be zoned to. Whether you attend those schools or not, if you live in an area that would attend that high school, that is the league that you will be participating in. And we'll have to check that by the league rules. So we're doing it by single age groups. The 6s, and then the 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s, 11s, and then our middle school league will all have individual teams per high school, and then we'll play other agencies around us that are part of the North Georgia High School Association, North Georgia Youth Football League, and those teams include Winder, Oconee, all of Gainesville, all the way up to Raven County. Obviously, we're not going to be traveling that far all the time. We'll play our teams that are closer to us. But once we enter the playoffs, those teams will come into play during the playoff time, which will be towards the end of October and November. So it is a league that's more within the regions of the high schools, and our high school coaches have gotten involved. Our athletic directors have gotten involved with us to help us educate some of the players and some of the coaches, and work with some of the players as well. So we really feel like this is a joint effort with the schools that we'll be able to enhance our football program, and it's a way of our high school coaches getting involved with our players and our coaches to educate them, to make them a better unit and show school spirit. So we're really thinking this is a futuristic way of participating in our youth football league. So we hope that it will grow and really enhance the way we play. So those programs will start on April 18th and go to the end of May, and then we'll see where we're at and see how many teams we will have participating in our new youth football program. We're really excited about it. The games will be played at the high schools, and as you know, all of our high schools here in Walton County, the Social Circle already has a turf facility, but Walnut Grove, Monroe, and Loganville are all getting new renovated turf facilities with new tracks. So our youth teams are going to get to benefit from that activity. So all the games will be played at the high schools. So really taking advantage of all these facilities that Walton County has to offer us. Again, our Ayers Park, Splash Park, we will open up May 10th, which I know everyone looks forward to. Hopefully the weather will work out. But the Splash Park opens up May 10th, which is just around the corner. It's about a month away. Look forward to that. Last year we had 15,000 people that took advantage of the park out there, and the water that can really cool you off. And so if you're planning on having a birthday party or some type of gathering that you want to have a private, I would give us a call at the Recreation Department, and our folks will try to get you reserved for that, because we've had a lot of folks wanting to have their birthday parties after hours. After, I think it's from 6:30 to 8, we allow private rentals Tuesday through Sunday. We're closed on Monday, but you can do a private rental from 6:30 to 8. If you want to have just a gathering out there, we will reserve you a pavilion to have your gathering in, but then each person would just have to pay as they go into the Splash Park. We do have a limit of the number of people that are allowed in there at one time. So once we, and believe it or not, we exceeded it on many days that we just had to stop and wait on folks to exit before we could bring folks in. But we only allow around 200 people at one time in the Splash Park. So it is a very popular place to bring your kids and to really have fun and cool off. It's a zero level, so there's no standing water. All the water comes in, it gets recirculated, and then comes back out of the play structure. So looking forward to May 10th when the Ayers Splash Park opens up. Again, the pickleball courts are there. We have a walking track at the park. We have a new Frisbee golf course. So a lot of things to do out there at Ayers Park, which is our newest park. Go online to waltoncountyga.gov and you can see all of the things that we have to offer. Our newest park at South Walton, we talked about the fishing pond and the walking track that we're going to put around that. There is still some delays on that. We're looking at sometime now in May that we'll open up the third community center for folks to go out and exercise and do the Nihilus equipment and be a member of. So looking forward to that to being in May. Hopefully by then we can go in and we can show you on air some of the highlights of that new facility. So as always, I just want to remind you that sportsmanship starts at home. We are looking for volunteers. We're also for coaches. We also are looking for umpires. So if you're interested in doing that, please give us a call. You can find our number on our website at waltoncountyga.gov. See you next time. Thank you.
Hi, welcome to Monroe Walton Center for the Arts. We have our high school student art show going on right now. I think we have 6 or 7 schools represented here, Walton County public and private schools. Also new to us this year is the Bridge of Georgia, which is a private special needs school, and they have their own board. In this school, they also have one in the elementary show. So right now, through April 21st, we have the high school show, we have the reception and awards. The Savannah College of School, SCAD, Savannah College of Art and Design will be here, and they will judge the show and present scholarships. So it's really, our high school show is especially exciting because of that additional, really special feature that they send representatives here to judge the show and then award scholarships to either some of their summer programs or partial scholarships to the school. So that's our high school show. Again, it's here through April 21. And then the reception is that night from 6 to 7:30. We urge our community to come out and see this show. It's just really fabulous. Support these artists, come to the reception. It's just a lot of fun. So do come and see. Also, our garden tour tickets are on sale as of April 8th. They went on sale. So they can be purchased online, or they can be purchased here in person at the Art Center. If you do purchase them online, you do still have to come in to pick up your map, and then a silicone bracelet is your actual ticket into the gardens. So you'll have to come in to pick those up. But you can, if you're worried about us running out of tickets, or if you're out of town, you can go ahead and purchase the tickets online. You'll just have to bring in your receipt, proof of purchase, to pick up the actual ticket and map here at the Art Center. The tour is May 14th. We've got 9 gardens on the tour, 7 beautiful private home gardens, and then a couple of extra public gardens thrown in that are sprucing up and getting some things ready. And one of those is probably a surprise. You may not even know it exists. It's really, really cool. So it's just fabulous. These homeowners work so hard. If you would like to volunteer, we do still need volunteers to help kind of host inside the gardens and make sure everything is running smoothly. You work for half of the tour, but you do get a free ticket. So on the other 3 hours of the time of the tour, you can go out and see, visit the gardens. And so that's our way of thanking you. So let us know if you're interested in volunteering. Go to our website, Monroe Walton Arts. You'll find a link there to the checkout station to purchase your tickets online, or come in to the center and you can get your tickets that way. I wanted to mention, I'm not sure if I've mentioned this before ever, our 2021 impact report. It is just fabulous. It's just 8 pages long. It's very attractive, shows you, kind of walks you through our big initiatives, our successes, our challenges for 2021, the year that we just completed, of course. So we pull this together, and Laura Templeton, our president, produced this for us, and we have copies available here for you to pick up if you're curious on what do they do, why should I support them, why should I become a member, why should I shop there, why should I take classes, what are the goals and the heart of the Art Center, why do they even exist, what's it all about. You'll find a whole lot of answers and inspiration in our impact report. The good things that we do with our special needs community, with our Art MD project, with the free events that we have, in addition to the ways that we support local artists by displaying their wares for free. We don't charge any kind of rent for the artists to be here. They do pay a commission when something sells, but our commission is lower than anybody else's, and like I said, there's no rent that they have to pay up front. So I think we go above and beyond to support local arts, and of course the classes, the teachers that get paid, and the ways that we support them. So pick this up. I think you'll be surprised, maybe. I hope you'll be impressed and pleased and proud to be a part of a community that supports the arts as well as Monroe does. So take a look, please. Coming up, we have lots of fun things coming up in the next few weeks. We have the special events we have our garden tour, of course, in May. In April, we have our Art Guild meeting, and that's for members only, and that's another good reason to become a member. And it's a plein air workshop. It's free to our members. And if you come in, we'll tell you all about that. If you get our newsletter, it's been in all of our newsletters on our Facebook page. But that's coming up in April this month. Our Tai Chi classes continue on Friday mornings. Those are becoming increasingly popular, and we're seeing a lot of really good results. People are getting better doctor's reports. People are feeling more confident on their feet, better balance. It's not only geared toward the aging population, but it's certainly one of the best ways to exercise and to gain balance and core strength. It's almost like yoga. It's just a very gentle form of movement, very safe, and Tracy is great at tailoring it to your needs. So that's on Friday mornings. We have Sip and Paint coming up. The Old Time Music Jam is coming up this month. Lots of things. So if you come in, you'll see our class list. You can pick that up. It's always being updated with our ongoing classes, with the special events that we have going on. Of course, Monroe has some great special events coming up. Monroe Blooms, the Flower Festival, also the Children's Book Festival is coming up. So come in, come say hi, pick up our literature, our class list, register for a class, do some shopping with our local artist, buy your garden ticket, and we hope to see you soon. Thanks.
There are definitely a lot of people participating in Unicorn Day today. Well, we're inside Scoops here. They are really decked out here for Unicorn Day.
Hey Monroe, it's Mark here with Scoops. We're so excited to be a part of Unicorn Day, and we have the store all decked out. We have Rainbow here. Rainbow is hanging out with us and getting pictures, and we're giving out balloons and free toppings on your ice cream. Thank everybody for coming out and participating in this. This is awesome. Thank you, Mayor.
All righty, thank you.
Really?
As you can see, a lot of people are having a lot of fun here. Are you having fun? Do you like Unicorn Day?
Now we're all shy.
Oh, we're getting shy now. Okay, you like it?
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun, isn't it? Are you getting a lot of stuff?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
What are some of the things you've gotten?
Did you get any candy or your tattoos?
A tattoo. Wow. Oh, let me see that tattoo. Let me zoom in on that. Oh, that is nice.
Show them yours.
Okay. Wow.
Naomi, you want to show them your dress?
Let me see your tattoo.
Your fancy dress.
Oh,
Other
yeah.
hand.
Okay. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
And the people just keep coming. As you can see, there are a lot of people down here downtown Monroe. This is Friday, and they're here for Unicorn Day.
Good morning, my name is Lauren Gregory. I work for a Child's Voice Child Advocacy Center. We're a local nonprofit and social circle that serves Newton County and Walton County. And we're out here today, we're in downtown Monroe at the Baptist Church to plant pinwheels. April is Child Abuse Prevention Month, and every April, our center, along with others who are committed to protecting kids and working with kids, plant pinwheels in different locations. So this year we're really excited. We've done big community pinwheel gardens. This is our last one. We're calling it Pinwheel Palooza. So we've done pinwheel gardens in Covington, in Social Circle, in Loganville, and today we're planting pinwheels in Monroe. So what Pinwheel Palooza is it's an opportunity for people to come out and get involved. It's really fun. Come out, bring your kids. We plant pinwheels in the ground. It's pretty short and sweet, but a really fun way to connect with people in our community who want to work with us. Sometimes people want to volunteer with our center, but it's kind of hard because our cases are confidential since they're part of an ongoing investigation into a case of child abuse. But this is a great way to get the community involved. So people have sponsored pinwheels to cover the cost of pinwheels, and then we're going to put them in the ground and they'll be up all month long. We've heard from people that it's a lot of fun for kids. We've got little Rice Krispie treats to give out. But we do the pinwheels because it's the symbol of safe, happy, healthy childhoods. Nobody gets sad looking at a pinwheel. They're just fun and sweet and innocent. So that's why the pinwheel is the symbol of child abuse prevention. So all month, the whole month of April, we're celebrating that. So if you want to follow us on social media, we're a Child's Voice Child Advocacy Center. We're a Child's Voice CAC on some of the different platforms, but we'll have some free training. We wear a lot of blue. Blue is the color of child abuse prevention, and we're just celebrating all month long about how we can protect kids, because we really know that children can be prevented from experiencing child abuse, and that's our main goal, is to keep kids safe, along with the work we do at our center to help kids heal. So if you want to know more, our website is achildsvoicecac.org. Our phone number is 770-464-0082. But look for pinwheels around your community, take a picture, tag us, and we hope you'll get involved with us. We'll do it again next year too if you missed this year. Thank you.
Thank you all so much for having me. Like Miss Laura said, my name is Leanne, and I have lived here in Monroe for my whole life, and my family is from Monroe, so long generation lines and deep roots here in this community. So I'm excited to tell you a little bit about Monroe. It's always so hard to think of what people want to hear, or just condense things to a small presentation. And I promise it is really short and small. I know that you guys have full bellies and you'll probably be getting sleepy on me, especially since we turned the lights off. So, but thank you for having me. And again, this is just a short little preview of some things that happened last year and some things that are upcoming for this year. But if you have questions, I'll be happy to try to answer those. And if I don't know the answer, I can certainly point you in the right direction. But just wanted to share with you a little bit about Monroe. We just celebrated our 200 years last year. So if you were part of any of those bicentennial celebrations, we were super proud. And I think we're in as good of a place as we have ever been in our community. So I'm going to share a little bit about one of the things that we do in my department. We're a Main Street community, and that's actually my job, and my title is a Main Street coordinator. That's basically at the state level and the national level, our approach to downtown development. So it just kind of gives us guidelines, it gives us resources at the state level and national level for businesses, and just support and kind of just a whole development plan for our community. But part of what we do there is we report numbers back to them each month, so that at the end of the year, they can send us a report to say, here's what happened in your community. Because sometimes we get bogged down, or we get caught up in the day-to-day of what we're doing, and we don't realize the impact that we actually had in Monroe. So I'll share with you a few of the numbers. This is from last year. So out of, in 2021, and realize we're still kind of coming out of COVID, we had 13 new businesses in 2021 and 28 jobs created, and that's just in our downtown boundary. To give you a little bit of a reference, that boundary starts at Marable Street and goes basically to our Mill District, and then we're right around the cemetery and then Childress Park. So that's kind of the basic boundary of what we consider our downtown. That is defined, that is part of what we have a defined area as part of our Main Street approach. So when people ask about things that are outside of that boundary, that's not considered in our downtown. No businesses closed and no jobs lost. So that's pretty incredible, again, coming out of COVID years and challenges that faced with our businesses, that our community really stood tight and stood firm in supporting what was important to us, and supporting the local businesses so that we were able to stay open and, in fact, grow. So there were rehab projects in downtown, and again, these are approximations, but there's about $1.3 million in those projects and investment. There were public projects with an investment of about almost $13,000. I think we're staying over it. We had added 74 housing units That is largely in part to the development that's at Walton Mill. That was the living development that turned out to be a beautiful project and a beautiful addition to downtown. We're super proud of that. And then the total public-private investment for downtown was $18 million. And again, that's largely in part of that development. But it just kind of shows you that huge numbers were happening right just within that boundary in downtown Monroe. Some of the things that we celebrated last year, like I mentioned, we did our bicentennial. One of the things that we do as a downtown development board, and part of with our funding that we do, is we do facade grants for businesses. So if it's a local downtown business and they want to do paint or awning or a sign, they can apply for a facade grant. So we gave $10,500 in the facade grants. We held 57 downtown events. We had over 106,000 people in downtown at an event. I think half of those were at the car show last weekend. We had 1,192 volunteer hours. So all of our events are made possible because people give their time to downtown Monroe. Sponsorship is needed and hands and feet are needed. Money is always good, but the hands and feet of the people giving their time to really help make things happen is super important to us. We won 2 awards of excellence at our state conference last year. One of those went to Monroe Walton Center for the Arts as a premier partner for the amazing things that they're doing in support of our downtown. And the second was to John's Supermarket for their renovation of their store. What a beautiful addition. We are so proud of that, and they actually won a state award for that, so we're proud of them. We had an Olympian, Miss Javian Oliver, and we had a wonderful parade to celebrate her. Our actual original Olympian, Miss Patricia Roberts, was able to join that celebration. So that was a fun tribute to both of those ladies, and then we'll have street signs. You can see Javian's picture there that will be coming into the city limits of Monroe honoring our Olympic medalist. So an exciting time for us. Our bicentennial celebrations. We did some refresh in our pocket park, which I'll have some pictures in a minute. We did 3 new murals. We did some upgrades in our hammock park. We have new branding, which I'm going to talk about. And then we also did a TripAdvisor campaign. One of the things that we do to try to promote is advertising just outside of Monroe and Walton County. So we explored Georgia at the state level, did some things to offer some incentives to communities to really get the word out there about Monroe. So we're trying to push Monroe out to people all over, not just the state of Georgia, but the Southeast. So just sharing that with you guys. One of our biggest achievements last year was we were named a GEM, a Georgia Exceptional Main Street City. So we are one of 8 communities in the state that received this designation. So we are very proud of that. Again, it's part of our Main Street status. It's part of our reporting system that we do. But it is quite the honor for us to be able to receive that. So that was a big accomplishment for us last year. And again, it's a status that we can work to keep up once we've maintained that. But again, 8 communities in the state, and we were chosen. So we're very excited about that. You'll see some signs around downtown, so that's what that means, that we're a gym. Here's our pocket park. So last year we started to kind of give a little bit of a facelift to this area, to find an entryway with new planters, and then under that beautiful mural that was an addition, there's a bricked-in bench with the new flowers. So that was an addition, and then the arbor actually just got installed this year. There's a metal arbor there and some new bistro tables. This little mural actually just got done a couple weeks ago. It is behind the safe in the pocket park. There's a kind of a tree. Just make that go away. There's a tree there, so it's kind of a little hidden area, and someone had actually graffitied that wall. So we just decided we would just paint something fun and cute over it. So the well hay there is just kind of a little surprise because you're actually behind the safe in a little nook. That's another one of our murals that we painted last year. This was done by a local artist. That is on the wall near the newer parking area at Highland, kind of across from Silver Queen. And then this one comes in on Spring, kind of just around the library right there on that corridor entrance. So a few little beautification projects, and those were all done by local artists, so we love that. Part of my branding, you're not going to be able to read this, but I wanted to read it to you. So I mentioned that we did a rebrand of our city and our downtown. We had kind of struggled for years. Being a utility city is a challenge because it's a utility company, but we're a city. And you guys probably seen the old logo. It's got the swish, and we really don't know what it means. And it just didn't really represent who we were or what we kind of what we wanted to present for Monroe. So we worked with the University of Georgia Carl Vinson Institute to do a whole new branding campaign for Monroe. And the reason that we chose them was that they actually had a team, and they spent 9 months in our community, not just them looking, but they actually did public engagement over that time to really hear stories about Monroe, to find out what the community thought about Monroe, what it meant to the community, and just really get input from the people that lived here. They have never had the response that they had in Monroe with any other community that they have worked in. Their online surveys that blew out of the water any community where they've ever worked. So they were like, your people really love Monroe. And we're like, yes, we do. So we're very proud of that. But I want to read you their little intro of what they did. And I brought a few of the branding books if you guys want to take a look at it, but I also have images. But here's kind of what they said. It just sums up a little bit about what I think is all things to kind of make us proud. It says, if you haven't made your way to Monroe yet, you're in for a pleasant surprise. And if you're from Monroe, you've been holding back a little bit on letting the world in on Georgia's best kept secret. Located in the ideal in-between for those who won't settle for strictly rural or urban life. Monroe is a safe distance from Atlanta and a short drive to Athens. You might do a double take in downtown thinking you're somewhere much more cosmopolitan, yet Monroe has managed to keep its small town charm despite offering modern amenities and plenty to do. Monroe has blossomed into a vibrant and diverse place while no one was watching. A place where they made antique shopping great again. Monroe date nights begin with delectable dining experiences and a growing nightlife scene, ending with ice cream and golf cart rides. Let your curiosity get the best of you. Hunt for the Monroe turtles, they all have names. Relax in the hammock park and then turn a corner to discover more public art and pocket parks that encourage playful interaction. Expect to find joyous foot traffic jams at all events, including the summertime First Friday concerts, the nostalgic car show, and the Christmas parade that has been a favorite for almost 70 years. Monrovians possess a can-do attitude and a culture of creativity, savoring the arts and preserving its unique history. Whether you are new or you have been here for a while, Monroe will pull you in one way or the other, and you won't want to leave. So that was it was really great to hear good things from public, good things from our community, and I'll share some of the little phrases that people told us in a minute. One of the parts of the campaign was a Meet Me in Monroe slogan. That's what we're going to be using for some ads. This is what we did with our TripAdvisor to kind of just showcase some of our events and things that are coming up in Monroe. And it was just that thought of we are a great place to meet. Not only are we conveniently located, but there always is something to do and there's a place for people here. So we loved that campaign. And then I'll actually get in the next. This was kind of a background, and you probably can't read a lot of it, but it's just that it has the Meet Me in Monroe. It says, hey y'all. It's kind of just a background that they designed as a pattern for us to use in ads, and you'll see this. We're going to be getting new banners in downtown that will incorporate that in our logo. But some of the things used in their public input, some of the phrases used for Monroe was classic small town, a vibrant creative community, southern charm and sophistication, the city of governors, one of Georgia's most civil-minded and cultural smaller cities, a pro-business community, friendly, fun, laid-back, welcoming, entrepreneurial, charming, and the one that I thought was very unique and different, like Dolly Parton, down-to-earth and eclectic. I thought that was a pretty good description of Monroe, so I thought that was unique. This is our city logo with the branding. And there's a few different color combinations that you guys can see. So kind of up at that far top, that's our downtown logo. We wanted something that would merge and be complementary to one another. So you'll sometimes see an M, you'll sometimes see the full There's shades of blue and maroons and reds for that, but you'll start to see this roll out. They'll start to be rebranding our city trucks. Eventually, our big water tower will take on the new brand, and we have new banners ordered for downtown that should be going up in the next month. So, really excited to kind of rebrand Monroe and to have so much public input from the community on that, and just really get that out to the community. So our tagline, part of what we had a steering committee that worked on this brand, and part of a branding was not just a picture, but an image and a kind of a whole story of who we are and what we mean and what we're bringing to the community. So one of the things that they were tasked with is finding a tagline. What describes Monroe and what puts that out there? So the tagline that was chosen was "It's all yours," and we've had a lot of questions about that. And I love the description that they shared. And again, so I'm going to read that to you, just so that you can, when you see that, you know where, because it was inspired, and that's what it says. It was a tagline inspired by people. One of the public input participants said, "Monroe has everything going for it right now. There's nice people, a beautiful downtown, lots to do, low taxes and affordable housing for now." I think that's already changed since this was done. Quaint homes, cool history, good food. It's an antique shopper's heaven, great schools, leadership. It's a convenient location with modern amenities, a vibrant art scene, nightlife, and a family-friendly atmosphere and small town charm. So I'm going to read just so that you get a feel for why we chose this tagline and why it was presented and why the committee that worked on it thought this really felt like Monroe. It says, "Inspired by the ownership that people feel for their community, it's all yours is a message of belonging and stewardship. Over the past 200 years, scores of Monrovians have brought their talents and their dreams to this city. Each of these individuals have contributed special gifts that have added to the million little ways Monroe feels so special. This culture of ownership, or making it theirs, has been passed down over generations, and as new people move to the city, they seem to continue the tradition of contribution. It's all yours passes the ownership of the Monroe experience back to the brand user, the inquiring home buyer, the out-of-town friend, the young family wanting a more wholesome lifestyle, the retiree who wants a sense of community and a vibrant place, the couple that wants the best of rural and in-town living, the artist, the entrepreneur, the antique enthusiast, the historic home renovator, the kid who says wow and discovers a love of reading in a downtown bookstore, and so many more. Monroe is all theirs. Whether it be the architects who designed so many of these beautiful historic homes and buildings, or those who were smart enough to realize the value in their preservation, visionaries and creative people still shape and mold this place. Monroe has a ton of talent, from musicians to artists to great leaders and creative problem solvers. Each business brings its unique experiences, unlike the bland cookie-cutter shops found in other towns. Those who add their own special touch, like the planters in downtown or the public art, and cool stories like the Poppy Lady and the Monroe Girls Corps, create a storied history that is all yours. The tagline, "It's all yours," speaks both to local and newcomers who may be rediscovering Monroe or experiencing it for the first time. It's all yours is inclusive, it's inviting, with diversity and inclusion being a part of the focus for the city. It's all yours is a message that could serve as an additional avenue to engage new groups. So that kind of gives you a little bit of a recap of why that was chosen and really what it means. That's what we always say is there are so many people, and most of our downtown businesses began by people who just love this place and want to see something unique and different here. And so they are able to take a chance here in the community that they love and develop amazing businesses. So I'm going to kind of share that with you guys. And like I said, I have a couple of our branding books if you want to, if that's something that interests you and you want to take a look at it. One of our biggest challenges right now in downtown is space. We have people that are ready to open a new business and we don't have a place for them. So it's going to be challenging to keep our new business numbers growing if we don't have a location for new businesses. So one of the things that the city has done over the last couple of years is they purchased and have relocated. They purchased a new building, not new, renovated actually an old grocery store to move the police department. So the police department has now moved out of downtown, which will free up retail space or have vacant square footage for us to be able to do a proposal for development for these two buildings. So this is something that you should be seeing soon. The requests for proposals are out now, so we are hoping to get some great ideas from developers or property owners that are interested in this. And that's something that our Downtown Development Authority Board will be overseeing to just make sure that the developer is the right fit for what we want to see downtown and the renovation of these buildings. So that's exciting for that, to be seeing that change and renovated hopefully within this next year. The parking lot that goes behind that police department is part of that is city parking, and the water tower. There were some adjacent lots around that. Our Downtown Development Authority Board is actually purchasing that, so we'll have the whole block. And that's a place that we're hoping to have some redevelopment of parking, but also we have some design that would give parking and some green space in that and make some additional parking on those lower levels. And then, as you can see, this next design. This would be a street rendering if we were to develop new buildings there. Of course, new buildings to look historic and have the fit and feel of downtown, but it would solve our problem of not having any more room and space for new businesses downtown. And this is just a concept. We worked with a design team just to give us a drawing of an idea of what could be there. This is nothing that's set in stone yet, but would just be an idea of something that we could build along that Spring Street corridor to help enhance our downtown and provide more retail and hopefully living as well. That's just a kind of other view of that. Our downtown green, this is something that we are actually working on now. So the space that is just right down the street, that's at the corner of Church and South Madison, the location where we've been having the concerts, we have finally, it is out for bid, and we are finally getting ready to break ground on that property this year. So here's kind of an overall view of that. You can see this would be Church Street here. They'll develop on-street parking along there and South Madison as well. At this end here in this corner, that's going to be public restrooms. That center area there, the circle there, that's a splash pad. And the far corner would be kind of an entryway with swings and a fountain. And at the opposite end, that will be a stage for like a permanent amphitheater for when we have concerts and events. So this is going to be a beautiful new addition that we hope will be turning dirt very soon. Give you some pictures. This is the entryway there, the concept drawings for that. Again, a fountain and some nice swings, beautiful plantings. You can see trees are added. That's a concept of what the amphitheater staging will look like. The back part of that building will have a green room for our bands and then a storage area for us to put things there. I thought I actually had one. I guess I don't have one of the restrooms. But we're super excited about that project. And again, hopefully you'll be seeing something. It's out for bid now, so hopefully we'll be seeing something really soon on that property. But it'll be a beautiful addition to downtown, and our plan is for it to be just a public park. For if we're not having an event there, we want people there. There'll be swings and benches and a place for you just to really enjoy being out with families. The idea was to leave it open and full of green space so that it could be enjoyed by the community. Our event calendar, it's 2022 events, so we kicked off the season last weekend with our car show. It had to be rescheduled, but it ended up being a beautiful weekend, and it's kind of the first big event that we have for the year. We mailed these cards out to Monroe residents as well as some of the surrounding communities. If you did not get one, I have a stack up here if you would like to take one for your refrigerator. But our events have become hugely successful, and we draw large crowds, and it's just a great time to be in Monroe. This spring we'll have Food Truck Friday back at the mill, and then we'll start our first Friday concerts. Our farmers market will be back. It opens May 7th, and that is every Saturday downtown right beside the courthouse on Court Street. We're doing a flower festival again. We'll finish out First Friday concerts, and then we'll have Fall Fest, and then our Christmas and holiday events. So we also will be having some pop-up days and some other things. So always we have all of our information on our website or social media if you ever need to find out more about those.